Yeah, hi traders, welcome to the week ahead. Trust you are well and safe along with your families and friends, and it certainly is interesting times that we are in. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way. We do understand that the information on this video is for educational purposes only. By watching the video, you take full responsibilities for your actions, your trades, and your profit and loss results, and agree not to hold the distributors of this video series liable for any of the information shared. So let's get that out of the way. We've had a couple of really good trades going. We'll take a look at those as we go through. Aussie AUD still the same. I'm waiting for this breakout of this area here, so there's no trade. Aussie Swiss, very similar. Here's the range that it's locked in, and it's in the middle of this range right now. One could say that you could actually move this up to here, and this is more accurate. And that's it's all relative as to how you see the charts, but the reality is this: for me, it's got to break out of this range before I anticipate a trade. Aussie JPY, there's no trade. Same again, just locked in this daily sideways movement, and we all know that currency pairs, they don't trade all the time, trend all the time, sorry. And a lot of the time they just move sideways and move within a consolidated range. So what we're looking for is for a breakout of these ranges to get some significant pip and money earning potential. I'm out of this trade. Not sure where it's going to go from here. I'm just sitting on the fence. If we take a look at, say, the weekly, the bigger time frame, you can see that right here is a significant area of support and resistance. In this case, resistance. And it really does have to get above here if we're going to be significantly higher. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens up here and make some decisions from that point. Aussie USD. Got taken into this trade on Friday, and hasn't really gone anywhere. Had penny orders just sitting under this ridge of support here, and with this candle on Friday, I see that it's pulled back a little bit today. So my stop loss is sitting just in above this range here. I'm expecting this to go down. The range is quite a big range, so I've cut my lot sizes down to accommodate that. And once it breaks out of this box, I will be adding it, and I'll be looking for confirmation of this level here to be broken. So I'm sitting on that one at the moment. Currently no new positions to report. CAD Swiss, just a lot of sideways movement again. There's no trade. It's the same with the CAD JPY. This is a key level. It needs to get above here, and then I'd be confident in looking to take a trade north. There's nothing on the Swiss JPY. Again, this level looks to be forming as a base, and we'll wait to see what happens. Euro AUD, again, we had that pullback on Friday. That's what we were looking for the other week. So if I clear this mess out, you can see that this here is very much seems to be the bottom. And a couple of weeks ago we were talking about a decent pullback and retest, and we got that, and then it came down and retested this again. It hasn't broken. So technically I'm still expecting this to have a decent pullback, maybe up into this area here. So I'm just sitting on the sidelines, being patient, not chasing trades. Let's go to the Euro CAD. There's no new developments there either. It's a strange market, and we've just got to be patient. And you can see that this has been a key area before where prices reacted. And you know, before I believe that this pair could really make a significant move down, technically they'd have to take these two bottoms out. If I was going to make a prediction, I think that we could get a retest of up in here somewhere. Euro Swissy, I'm waiting patiently for a bottom. This is historical lows down here, and we'll just have to sit and wait it out. I'm not expecting any moves to come on this pair for a few weeks till we get out of the other side of COVID and we begin to sort this economic mess out that we have. Euro pound made the move up, and again, here's your key level. Look at this, and that was a lovely move up on Friday. Right now, if you're holding the trade, protect your profits, but this is where take profit targets are for me. I just squished the chart up, and you can see that this is a key level. Nothing, you know, nothing's. It's not hard. It's just common sense. You know, we know that if there's a bounce or a break of a key level, it generally targets the next key level. You know, I stay away from smaller time frames in determining where my support and resistance levels are. Euro JPY, locked in a range, no trade. Euro New Zealand, very similar to the Aussie, Euro Aussie, and you know, looking for some meaningful pullback, looking for a retest of this here. So there's no new trades, and just waiting to see what gets up. If you know, if and when it gets up here, I'll be looking for a move down, and the other scenario obviously is, of course, a move up. But if we see the New Zealand dollar particularly begin to weaken more, and I think we are likely to see a weaker Kiwi and a weaker Aussie dollar, that is when I start to get interested for a move higher. Euro USD, just locked in this range. You know, I wanted to take a break, but we just couldn't get past this level here. You know, we couldn't get a move up. You know, we broke it, pulled back, broke it, pulled back. Just no man's land. So the key level for me is a break below 108 if we're going low. I'm still interested in this here, but there was nothing there that would confidently give me a hint that we were going higher last week. Pound AUD, we had this lovely move set up here last couple of weeks ago. We talked about the profit target being down here. We're nearly there with the second position. Expect some sort of a pullback technically once it gets down to here. Pound Swissy. Well, I think we're going to probably get a retest down in here. I do see further weakness in the pound. I don't think it's out of the woods yet. We've got some important economic data coming out this week for the pound. So we'll see if that affects the market in any way, shape or form that's of any lasting value. But if you were going to trade this south, this is where you get your entry, is just popping your trade in there, and you'd be moving down with that trade now. I do not trade that pair down because it's expensive to hold it long term for me. It was interesting to note that the pound caddy also made that break on Thursday. So it's just simple, and look at this. Here's another classic example of just common sense, practical trading. This is the break of this key level. Where is it likely to head to? Pardon me, somewhere down here. This is what I like about, taking your levels off daily or weekly charts. They're much more reliable, these support and resistance levels. Right, pound JPY, we saw a breakdown too. I think that this here is going to be an interesting level, right in here. Have to adjust this now because I am going to be looking for a bounce once we get down here. And can it go lower? Absolutely, but I would say at a guess that we're going to retest down in here somewhere. Pound New Zealand. Entry in here, stopped out, obviously didn't go anywhere, and halfway through the week we're back up into this range waiting again. So it's all you can do, this was a just nickels and dimes trade, and even if we get a breakout of support or resistance, there's no guarantees, and so that's why you've got to make sure that you protect your profit, your risk-reward ratios. Money management is really, really very, very important in these times. You want to keep your losses small so that your winners make your money. Now we're down here on the pound USD, also in this trade, and I'm picking that roughly down in here is where there's going to be a retest. So we've waited and waited, and I just noted that there was the M shape here, and just had a pending order sitting in under here, and away we go. So I've got my first position off. Will probably be off. Well, I'm guessing it'll be off. No, not yet. Going to run another 20 pips and then it'll be off. And then this is my take profit target just in here. Okay, let's look at the New Zealand dollar. CAD, we're in this trade, holding. This has been a fabulous trade, and my first position is off, and I'm just waiting now. We're up over 100 pips on the second position, targeting 200 pips down here. We talked about this earlier last week and said that that's where the pending was, and that's come off beautifully. And again, you just have to be patient and just wait. It's actually not hard to make money. It's interesting to note that New Zealand dollar pairs have all moved down a little bit. I didn't take this because I don't trade it south, because holding it is too expensive for me. But sooner or later, one day, whether it's a week, a month, 6 weeks away, this has got to bottom out, and there's going to be a wonderful opportunity to go north again. And you just got to be patient and wait. New Zealand JPY, not as convincing, but started to make a move down. New Zealand USD, this has started to move too. Simple stuff. This is where the pending orders were sitting under here, got taken in on Friday, and away we went, and looking for targets down in around here. There's nothing on the US caddy. We're back at the top of this range again. There's been a little bit move up on the USD Swissy a couple of weeks ago, but again it just petered out and it's just gone sideways again. So you just have to wait, because it's got a breakout of these levels. I wouldn't take it if it broke this level, but I would take it if it broke this one. US JPY had a little move up earlier in the week with positive news from non-farm pay. Was it non-farm payroll? Can't remember. Wouldn't be able to quote me. But again, it's just this 107 is a key level. I am looking to take it south if it breaks south. Let's have a look at gold. Wonderful move on gold. And I'm holding 2 positions on gold and silver. And I am going to be targeting, we'll just go to a bigger time frame here, going to be targeting the 1800 area. It got up to about 1790. No, it didn't. Got up to around about 1750 before. Can it break this level? If it breaks this level, I will be adding to it and targeting 1800. Silver, lovely move off. This is my first take profit area, and then I'll be looking to add to it from here, especially if it breaks out at this level. So once it's broken this level, and if it closes above here, be looking for a good signal to go further north. Let's just have a quick look at the dollar index. We saw it break down below the 99. This area here is a very key area, and if we see the US dollar continue to move down, we'll just get rid of some of this stuff here. We'll get rid of all the drawing tools. Here we go. It just couldn't break this 99. And last week we saw strength in the US dollar. And here we go again. We're up again around this mark, this area of resistance. Now, if the US dollar is going to get higher and get stronger from here, it has to close above this level. It's had a couple of attempts of going up, and then in the following week it came all the way back down here. I'm starting to get excited. Now, once it breaks this 99 level, if it can stay in here, this is the key area. But right now, we just seem to be stuck in this range. So keep an eye on this. If it comes back down in here, you could just see the trade New Zealand USD, for example, and Aussie USD peter out. And then it's just business as usual going sideways again. But watch this. If this US dollar breaks below here and then gets below here and starts to move down, your US peers like the Aussie and Kiwi and even the Canadian dollar will begin to strengthen against the US dollar. So that's all we have for this week. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. There's no immediate trade setups. I'll keep you posted in the chat room on Skype and let you know if I'm putting pending orders in, where I'm putting them in. But just be patient, protect your capital, protect your profits when they're there. We're not getting huge big runs. We've had a decent run on the New Zealand CAD. The closest thing to a setup at the moment is that Aussie CAD, but it's got to break that level, and we'll just have to wait and see and be patient. So take care out there, traders. Stay safe, and keep yourself safe. Practice your distancing, and we'll talk to you in the chat room. Cheers. Oh, just before I go, we should have a look at the Forex calendar. And we've got quite a bit of stuff going on here. Pound, it's going to be interesting to see what the new governor of the Bank of England has to say. The US minutes, federal minutes, are going to be interesting. I read these things to catch the tone of what they might be thinking. Lowe speaks, so there's a lot of governors speaking at the beginning of the week. They do have the ability to move the market, but I think it's just going to be more of the same. Then you've got the PMI readings in Britain, and providing there's no surprises, it'll be business as usual. It'll be interesting to see how the employment claims are going, coming out from the States on Friday. Powell speaks again. He has the ability to move the market, so if he drops any unexpected comments, There could be some fireworks for a little while. Retail sales quarter on quarter for New Zealand, that'll be interesting. And then we've got inflation readings for the Euro sector, the French flash manufacturing PMI, and flash services, the German flash manufacturing PMI, and services. They will all be interesting for the Euro. There's a group of economists that are suggesting that the Euro sector is really weak and in trouble, and the value of the euro as a currency will deplete. In other words, it'll weaken. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But just be aware of when these things are coming, and if you've got trades, protect them. And if you're about to take a trade that and there's a major economic news item coming out, I tend to wait till after it's come out before I take the trade I was going to take. So take care, stay safe, and we'll talk to you in the chat room. Cheers.